Sometimes we all feel overwhelmed by life's challenges, carrying burdens that unknowingly drain our happiness and well-being. But imagine if I told you there's a serene way to relieve these weights. In today's video, you'll discover how we can free ourselves from these burdens and transform our lives. It's time to seek inner peace, let go of what ties us to the past, and find the resilience to live a lighter, more purposeful life. If you're ready to leave behind suffering and end this painful cycle, stay with me over the next few minutes and start a lighter weekend where burdens will disappear. Embrace your unique journey. Stop comparing and start celebrating. Have you ever felt like you're running on a never-ending treadmill, where every step you take feels like it's leading you nowhere? This constant feeling of comparison, where you measure your life against others, can be incredibly exhausting and draining. Each time you look at someone else's achievements and pit them against your own, you're diminishing the importance of your personal story and losing the joy that comes from appreciating the uniqueness of your journey. When you're stuck in this cycle of comparison, it's easy to feel like you're perpetually lagging behind. The more you compare yourself to others, the more you fuel your insecurities and dissatisfaction. This endless treadmill doesn't allow you to focus on your growth or appreciate how far you've come. Instead, it keeps you fixated on others, which can rob you of the ability to find fulfillment in your own path. But what if we could break free from this exhausting cycle? Imagine if, instead of constantly measuring yourself against others, you started celebrating your own quirks, your mistakes, and your victories, no matter how small they might seem. It's not about turning a blind eye to the achievements of others or ignoring the world around you. Rather, it's about embracing your own journey, with all its highs and lows, and finding joy in your personal story. Life isn't a one-size-fits-all manual or a standard script. It's messy, unpredictable, and full of surprises. Everyone's journey is different, and that's what makes it special. Your story, with all its challenges and achievements, reflects your unique strength and individuality. When you dive into your own narrative, you allow yourself to experience a full range of emotions, from the frustration of setbacks to the joy of small victories. This process of embracing your journey means you're not just moving forward, you're actively writing your own story in a way that only you can. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "Control your perceptions, direct your actions properly, and willingly accept what is beyond your control." This powerful phrase serves as a reminder that our focus should be on our own path, rather than the paths of others. By adopting this mindset, you shift your attention away from comparison and start valuing your personal journey. When you stop comparing yourself to others and begin to appreciate your own unique path, you'll find that your sense of fulfillment grows. You'll learn to value the process of growth and transformation that is uniquely yours. Each challenge you overcome, each small victory you achieve, and each lesson you learn adds depth and richness to your story. Celebrating your journey doesn't mean you'll never face difficulties or setbacks. It means that even in the face of challenges, you'll find value and meaning in your experiences. You'll understand that your story is valuable because it's yours, filled with moments that have shaped who you are. In practical terms, this means setting personal goals that reflect your own values and desires, rather than those set by societal standards or comparisons with others. It involves recognizing and appreciating your progress, no matter how incremental, and understanding that every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to your growth. Also, embracing your journey involves being kind to yourself and practicing self-compassion. It's about understanding that perfection is not the goal, but rather personal growth and authenticity. Each mistake you make and each lesson you learn is a part of the journey that shapes who you are and who you are becoming. By focusing on your own journey, you create a space where you can truly flourish. You allow yourself to live authentically and pursue what genuinely matters to you. This approach not only enhances your sense of self-worth, but also fosters a deeper connection with your own experiences and achievements. Remember, life is not about competing with others, but about exploring your own potential and finding fulfillment in your own way. By valuing your unique path and celebrating your personal journey, you create a richer, more satisfying experience. You become more resilient in the face of challenges and more appreciative of your own growth and achievements. Sharing your feelings with those who have hurt you, a path to inner peace. When someone causes you pain, it's important to address your feelings in a way that prioritizes your well-being. Sharing your feelings with the person who has hurt you doesn't always require a detailed explanation or confrontation filled with harsh words. Sometimes, the best approach is to maintain your inner peace by choosing to move on rather than seeking revenge or demanding an apology. Confronting someone who has hurt you can be emotionally exhausting and might not lead to the resolution you're hoping for. Instead of engaging in a potentially damaging confrontation, consider focusing on your own healing and growth. It's essential to understand that your well-being is your responsibility, and protecting it often means choosing not to delve into a painful situation any further. If the person who has hurt you attempts to reconnect or seek help, a straightforward no can be sufficient. You are not obligated to reestablish a relationship or engage with someone who has broken your trust. Setting boundaries is a crucial part of self-care. It's a way of preserving your peace and maintaining the integrity of your own emotional space. Sometimes, avoiding unnecessary drama and creating a discreet distance between yourself and the other person is the most sensible choice. This approach allows you to move forward without the added stress of unresolved conflict. It's about letting go of the need to prove a point or seek validation from someone who has caused you pain. Allowing time to pass can reveal the true impact of the other person's actions, and it provides space for both of you to reflect and grow. Time can offer perspective and allow for emotional healing, both for you and the person who hurt you. It's natural to want immediate answers or closure, but focusing on your own growth and well-being is more important. By prioritizing your own healing, you give yourself the opportunity to learn from the experience and grow stronger. This process involves acknowledging your feelings, understanding that it's okay to feel hurt, and choosing to direct your energy towards positive change in your own life. Letting the future unfold at its own pace is a way of allowing life to reveal its natural course. This approach helps you to avoid being stuck in the past and allows both you and the other person to evolve. It's a matter of focusing on what you can control, your own actions, thoughts, and responses. Ultimately, sharing your feelings with someone who has hurt you doesn't always mean confronting them or seeking immediate resolution. It's more about maintaining your own peace and deciding how best to protect your emotional well-being. Sometimes, this involves creating distance, setting boundaries, and allowing time to work its course. When someone causes you pain, it's important to protect your inner peace by choosing not to engage in confrontations or seek revenge. Setting boundaries and focusing on your own growth and well-being can lead to a healthier emotional state. Allow time to reveal the consequences of the situation and concentrate on taking care of yourself. By doing so, you create space for healing and personal development, ensuring that you are prioritizing your own happiness and emotional health. Be true to yourself. Embracing self-respect and personal growth. In life, it's crucial to be true to yourself and recognize your own value. One of the most empowering decisions you can make is to distance yourself from individuals who fail to respect you. Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and appreciation, and when people in your life don't acknowledge your worth, stepping away from those relationships becomes an act of both courage and self-respect. Respect is a fundamental aspect of any healthy relationship. When people fail to show you the respect you deserve, it often indicates a lack of appreciation for who you are and what you bring to their lives. This disregard can erode your self-esteem and emotional well-being over time. Recognizing this and choosing to step away from such individuals is a powerful statement about valuing yourself and your needs. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, encapsulated this sentiment perfectly when he said, "The best revenge is to not become like those who have wronged us." This quote highlights the importance of maintaining your integrity and dignity in the face of mistreatment. Instead of retaliating or harboring negative feelings, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Investing in your own health and personal growth is a proactive way to respond to disrespect. Engaging in unnecessary conflicts or trying to prove your worth to those who don't value you can be emotionally draining and counterproductive. Instead, channel your energy into activities and relationships that nurture your well-being and contribute to your growth. This shift in focus not only protects your mental and emotional health, but also empowers you to build a more fulfilling and balanced life. Personal growth involves cultivating inner peace and developing a strong, authentic character. Inner peace is achieved by letting go of past grievances, setting healthy boundaries, and avoiding situations or people that disrupt your tranquility. It requires self-awareness and a commitment to your own well-being. By fostering this inner peace, you create a solid foundation for personal development and happiness. Building a strong, authentic character means being true to your values, embracing your strengths, and working on areas where you seek improvement. It's about living authentically and not conforming to the expectations or opinions of others who do not have your best interests at heart. When you are authentic, you attract relationships and opportunities that align with who you truly are. Shedding unnecessary burdens and focusing on what truly matters is a path to finding happiness and tranquility. Unnecessary burdens often come in the form of toxic relationships, unresolved conflicts, and external pressures that do not contribute to your well-being. By releasing these burdens, you create space in your life for positive experiences and meaningful connections. Finding true happiness and tranquility is less about external achievements and more about internal fulfillment. It involves a sense of contentment with who you are and where you are in life. By being true to yourself and prioritizing your own respect and growth, you allow yourself to live more lightly and joyfully. Ultimately, the journey to being true to yourself involves understanding your worth, setting boundaries with those who do not respect you, and focusing on your own personal development. It's about making choices that support your well-being and allow you to live authentically. By doing so, you not only improve your own life, but also create a more positive and fulfilling environment around you. Being true to yourself is an essential aspect of living a meaningful life. It requires you to recognize your own worth, step away from relationships that do not serve your well-being, and focus on personal growth. By investing in your own inner peace and authenticity, you pave the way for a happier and more fulfilling existence. Embracing these principles will guide you towards a life of respect, self-worth, and true happiness. Embracing reality. The freedom of letting go of unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations often lead to disillusionment and frustration. In the vast and unpredictable journey of life, we frequently set our hopes on dreams and desires that, while inspiring, can become inflated and turn into unreachable fantasies. Like sailors drawn to distant legends of perfection, we might find ourselves seeking an ideal state of being or achieving a standard that is, in reality, unattainable. This pursuit of perfection in ourselves, others, and our experiences can be as futile as trying to grasp horizons that recede as we approach them. Our exaggerated expectations are often fueled by societal pressures and the loud voices of media, which amplify ideals and standards that may not align with our authentic selves. These influences can obscure the beauty of who we truly are and distort our perception of life. We may find ourselves trapped in a cycle of comparison, where our personal achievements and experiences seem insignificant against a backdrop of unrealistic benchmarks set by others. The path to freeing ourselves from these illusions begins with a profound honesty with ourselves. This means peeling back the layers of should have and could have to reveal the core of our true aspirations. It requires a process of introspection, where we question whether the expectations we hold are genuinely our own, or if they are influenced by external pressures. This process is not always comfortable. It often involves recognizing and confronting the weight of these expectations and determining whether they contribute to our growth or simply suffocate us with their burden. Acknowledging these unrealistic expectations is not about a magical transformation, but rather a sometimes painful recognition of life's inherent imperfections and our own limitations. It involves setting goals and aspirations that are in alignment with our true selves, rather than conforming to the images and standards imposed by others. By doing so, we honor our own values and desires, which leads to a more fulfilling and authentic life. Each small victory and step forward on this journey becomes a testament to our resilience and self-discovery. It's important to celebrate these achievements, however minor they may seem, as they signify progress towards living a life that is true to ourselves. True beauty lies not only in reaching a final destination, but also in the rich tapestry of experiences and lessons we gather along the way. Each moment of growth, each challenge overcome, and each lesson learned contributes to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Letting go of unrealistic expectations not only frees us from the confines of unattainable ideals, but also opens us up to the wonders and surprises that life has to offer. By releasing these expectations, we learn to navigate life's turbulent waters with an open heart, ready to embrace both the highs and lows with equanimity. This shift in perspective teaches us to appreciate the journey itself and to find joy in the present moment, rather than being perpetually focused on an elusive future ideal. Embracing this mindset allows us to be more adaptable and resilient in the face of life's uncertainties. We become better equipped to handle setbacks and challenges with grace and flexibility, understanding that they are part of the natural ebb and flow of life. Instead of being disheartened by unmet expectations, we learn to view them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Letting go of unrealistic expectations is a powerful and liberating step towards living a more authentic and satisfying life. It requires a deep level of self-awareness and honesty, a willingness to confront and release the burdens of societal pressures, and an openness to embracing life's imperfections. By aligning our goals with our true selves and appreciating the journey for what it is, we find greater happiness and fulfillment. This approach allows us to experience life's wonders more fully and to navigate its challenges with a heart that is both resilient and open. Transforming your perspective on minor frustrations. Imagine small daily problems as grains of sand in your shoe. At first, one tiny grain seems harmless, barely noticeable. However, as more grains accumulate, they start to irritate, and before you know it, they can become quite painful. This analogy perfectly illustrates how minor frustrations in our daily lives can build up and affect our overall well-being. Just as those grains of sand can turn a simple walk into a bothersome experience, small annoyances can accumulate and impact our emotional state, leading to feelings of irritation and dissatisfaction. In our daily routines, we often encounter a series of minor issues: traffic jams, misplaced items, or small misunderstandings that may not be significant on their own, but can collectively disrupt our peace of mind. It's not always the major challenges that shake us, but rather the accumulation of these small irritants that can lead to greater emotional discomfort. This steady buildup can make us feel overwhelmed and dissatisfied, affecting our overall quality of life. Stoic philosophers offer valuable guidance on how to handle these minor annoyances. They encourage us to rethink our reactions to everyday challenges and to adopt a new perspective. Instead of allowing these small issues to pile up and rob us of our enjoyment of life, we can choose to approach them with a more balanced mindset. By reframing our thoughts, we can reduce the emotional impact these annoyances have on us and regain control over our reactions. For example, consider a situation where a bus is delayed by a few minutes or a rideshare driver cancels just as you're heading to an important appointment. In the moment, these small frustrations can seem enormous and disproportionately affect your mood and stress levels. However, by changing our perspective, we can recognize that while these feelings are valid, they don't need to become overwhelming burdens. Instead of letting these minor setbacks dominate our emotions, we can practice letting go of the frustration and focusing on what we can control. One effective technique to manage these small annoyances is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By staying grounded in the present, we can prevent minor frustrations from escalating and consuming our thoughts. When a minor issue arises, Take a deep breath and remind yourself that it is a temporary challenge. Acknowledge the frustration, but then let it pass without letting it define your mood for the rest of the day. Another approach is to develop a sense of humor about these small inconveniences. Often, laughter can diffuse the tension and help us view the situation from a more detached perspective. When something minor goes wrong, try to find a humorous angle or simply laugh it off. This shift in attitude can lighten the emotional load and make it easier to move past the frustration. It's also important to remember that minor frustrations are a normal part of life. They are inevitable and unavoidable, but how we choose to respond to them can make all the difference. By accepting that small annoyances are a natural part of our daily experience, we can approach them with greater resilience and equanimity. Another valuable practice is to focus on gratitude. Shifting your attention from what is going wrong to what is going well can help balance out the impact of minor frustrations. Take a moment each day to reflect on the positive aspects of your life and the things you're grateful for. This practice can help put minor annoyances into perspective and remind you of the bigger picture. By implementing these strategies, you can transform the way you perceive and handle minor frustrations. Instead of letting them accumulate and negatively impact your mood, you can approach them with a calm and balanced mindset. This change in perspective can lead to greater emotional stability and a more fulfilling and enjoyable life. Minor frustrations are a natural part of daily life, but they don't have to dictate our emotional state. By adopting Stoic principles and practicing mindfulness, humor, and gratitude, we can change our perspective and reduce the impact of these small annoyances. This shift allows us to maintain our peace of mind and navigate our daily challenges with greater ease and resilience. Embracing this approach enables us to live a more balanced and joyful life, free from the undue stress caused by minor irritations.